Hey Lovies, this is Michelle here at Like Matcha Tarot. I hope that you guys are doing great. Happy Tuesday. Yeah, it's Tuesday. I had to think about it. I'm like, is it Wednesday or is it Tuesday? Happy Tuesday. I hope that you guys are doing well and that the week has been treating you guys well so far and all that good stuff. Um, and for those of you who have been like dealing with like all like the really bad weather, hopefully um, it's subsiding and you guys are all safe and stuff. There's been a whole bunch, excuse me, of flash flood warnings here in Connecticut. Cars like literally like getting stuck in water. It's been pretty wild. Um, Back to back gridlock traffic on I-95, crazy. But yeah, so hopefully if you guys had to deal with that kind of weather, I'm hoping you guys are all safe and sound, um, and all that good stuff. Hey, Lovey, what's up, girl? I got my homie over here, the Phoenix Priestess. Check her out, guys. She's amazing. That is my soul lovey girl. Yeah, check my girl out, okay? That's the boo right there. That's the boo. Um, and yeah, so like I said, I hope you guys are just being safe. Um, and aside from that, yeah, we're just gonna kind of see what energy comes out. If you're new to the channel and haven't done so already, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, notification bell, all that good stuff to help support the channel and stay in the know of the things that we end up looking into and all that good stuff. Yeah, we're not gonna do our whole super long spiel like we always do. Right? It's kind of jump right on in. I heard the word jumbled. Maybe that's what life has been feeling like. Maybe things feel jumbled for you. Like I heard tongue tied. Maybe there's something that you need to get off your chest and you're afraid to say it or something. We shall see. Everybody's got different things going on, so keep in mind this is a collective message. But take the messages as they resonate. If the message doesn't resonate, it's fine. You can check out other content on my channel and see if any of that seems to be your story and your narrative, and you go from there. And also, there's also a bunch of great readers around, right? So, with all that said, um, thank you to my soul tribe who's already been rocking with me and continuing to support. I greatly appreciate you guys. Can't do it without you. I love you guys dearly. All right, so we're gonna get started, my loves. Like I said, this is just a general energy check-in with you guys. We're gonna start with the energy oracle. Seems pretty fitting, and we'll see what's going on with you guys. All right, so I already cleansed the space and myself and the cards and everything. Spirit, when you let positive energy into this reading for the collective, show them what they need to see at this time for their highest good, clearest, and most accurate messages, please, and thank you. Split the deck. What we got? Ooh, we have the world and victory. Nice. I like that. Okay, so the world is about successful completion, and then victory here. Nice. I feel like you guys not only were you victorious, but you whatever Oh, and these cards are back to back, 28 and 29. Those numbers could be significant for some of you. It could either be the number 29 that's significant, or 28, or the number 10, or the number 11. Let me know if any of that resonates. But yes, the world card does, indicate successful completion of something, right? So aside from the successful completion, there's new victories that are about to kind of come in as well, I feel. Interesting. I just like heard crown, so like maybe adjusting your crown a little bit. Maybe you got a little off center, off kilter for a little while, and now you back in the game. You know what I mean? You got your mojo back. You're in a better space, working on yourself, and doing adjacent possibilities is here. So it's like there are new opportunities about to present themselves to you, which is definitely things that we like to hear. Hey Gohan, how are you? Ah, yes. 28th is your birthday, January 28th. For the longest, I will always think it's the 29th, and I'm like, nope, I have to keep on reminding myself it's not the 29th, it's the 28th. Like, I would have to, like, beat it in my head so I can't forget. Alright, a couple more shuffle, Spirit. We get this reading started for the collective. That was definitely more than a couple of more shuffles, but it's fine. It's okay. I promise I can count. Oof, my boobs hurt. Sorry. I know that's TMI. So we, as you just said something about 55, we have 41 here adds up to 5, right? And what did I just say? I said something about adjusting your crown. And what is here on the bottom of the deck? You can't make it up even if you wanted to. Your crown chakra. Seventh chakra, Archangel Uriel is here. So that is definitely about, your crown chakra activating, which is really, really cool. Um, and she's literally wearing a crown. And I was talking about feeling like you're, adjusting the crown. Again, maybe you felt off center for a bit, off center, out of balance, right? Angel of balance. The scales are balancing. That's dope. We have more 5 energy here with this 50. It's angel of strength here in the middle of the deck. Um, Something might be important about Leo season for some of you. Maybe you are a Leo, or you're just kind of tapping into like that sense of extra courage for yourself. All right, Spirit, let's get like 3 to 4 cards from here to get started for the collective. Hey, Neon, or Nehan. Probably said your name completely wrong, but welcome, welcome. I hope you like what you see here and decide to stick around. Hope you're well. All right. I hope all of you guys are well. All right. Walking away. So there was definitely an ending that you had to walk away from. Or a situation, I should say, that led to an ending that you walked away from. You had to make a choice. And it wasn't the easiest choice, but you chose yourself. You realized that you possessed a lot more power over your circumstances to be able to, move forward. You have the garden and the gate here on the bottom of the deck. And one thing about this card that I always find significant is how she has that key around her neck. And the fact that, on the other side of that gate, there's all this different stuff, right? There are these butterflies and, these green pastures and things like that. Is beautiful, right? Sunshine. It's like it's giving like, the sunshine after the rain kind of vibes. That kind of thing, and it's also kind of giving a little bit of free will, right? It's like we have a lot of power and choice in the matter sometimes in which we find ourselves in, to be able to take action and seize new opportunities and move forward. So, maybe some of you guys had to recently do that. Hey, blessings, what's up, my love? Yeah, there could be a contract, and we got that scale energy here again. Libra might be important for some as well. We have Cricket. Hi, Cricket. How are you? This is a general collective message tonight, my love. So I'm not answering anything personal. If you would like to stick around and see if there's messages in here for you, you're more than welcome. But this is just a collective at this time. But yes, the scales are, again, I feel like they're balancing, right? There could have been a contract that, has already been fulfilled. And now you get to move forward and have new things, coming into your life, new opportunities. Let's get like 2 to 3 more cards from here, Spirit. It's out again. 7th chakra, Archangel Uriel is here. I'm telling you, just in that crown, baby. And really tapping into your higher self too, and aligning with, the Most High in the process is what I'm getting. For some of you, the door to romance might get ready to open up. That's not for everybody. Take the messages as they resonate. For others, I did just pick up on this too. Take the messages as they resonate. Romance could have been the thing that caused you to feel this way in the first place, depending on the circumstances. We have my girl, Intuitive Interactions. What's up, Bookie? Hey, girl. Hey, check my girl out, guys. I got 2 of my girls here in terms of other readers. We got Intuitive Interactions, and we also have my girl. If we scroll up a little bit further, we also have the Phoenix Priestess. Check my girls out. They are a part of the tribe. Honey, they are amazing. You will not be disappointed at all. Here on the top of the deck, we have appreciation. So maybe, I'm getting two different narratives here. Either love is coming in or love has poured out. And you're focusing on yourself at this time. I'm getting two different narratives. But let's say if, love is, right now not on the mind or on the brain, you're focusing on you. What I'm getting is recently past experience, or recent past experience, sorry. Or it could have been a while ago for some, depending. But that could have been the thing that kind of led you to this new chapter of understanding. Okay, I gotta um, adjust my crown a little bit, right? Um, and stand on business. Know and recognize who the hell I am. I just heard you abandoned me. Love don't live here anymore. That's what I just heard. So I'm getting more so that than anything, honestly. I think that's what got you here. Because you're learning how to appreciate yourself more. Don't need from a can of paint. What are you doing? Doing too much. But anyway, yeah. So like, you're appreciating yourself, and you're not sticking around with people who don't appreciate you. You might appreciate the number, not appreciate, but resonate with the number 6 right now. Like, you might be seeing it a lot. Um, Let me know if that makes sense or resonates. And the 6 is about balance, right? We were talking about, maybe feeling off center for a little bit, and now you're starting to kind of come back into yourself, your mojo, right? So yeah. Look, when I split the deck, you can't make this shit up, I'm telling you. Wow. And the number 6 is about balance. Wow. Hi, mama. What's up, baby? How's my mama's doing? How's my mama's doing? All right, let's get 2 more from here for the collective. Say 2, they gave me 2. Remember I said something about that throat chakra might be a little bit off too, or might have felt off. We have 5th chakra, Archangel Gabriel here. And it came out along with the goddess of the moon. So what I am getting is the goddess of the moon is very, very, very intuitive. So there is something that I think that you guys know needs to be said and done, and you just haven't fully committed to it yet. Like, you know it needs to be done. Just maybe waiting for the right opportunity. And the thing is, with certain things that need to be said and done, it doesn't work like that. You're not going to always be quote unquote ready for those hard topics and discussions, whether it's a breakup or, a hard talk you have to have with a friend, like, yo, bitch, what's up with us right now? Like, what is this? A job where you might want to leave, where you want to talk about getting a raise, like different things. It could be different things for different people, but there is this energy of walking away. That was the first card that actually came out into the spread, right? Hey, Monica, what's up, love? How you been? Miss you. But yeah, we do have that angel of balance. Yeah, it's in the middle of the deck. Let's see. Number 5 showing up again too. Carrying connection. So this seems pretty legit. There could be something about a connection that you have, and which you care about it a lot. But you're also recognizing that maybe you feel a lack of appreciation. And you know that there's something that needs to be said, right? This is something that makes you feel off. You don't feel centered. You don't feel maybe like yourself. You're like, yeah, nah. And anything that keeps you feeling like that, you gotta let it go, right? It's easier said than done, obviously, but yeah. Let's see what's going on. Let's get one more from here. I know I said that was it from here, but Spirit's calling me to one more. One more from here, Spirit. What else does the collective need to know? It's definitely given like having a heart-to-heart conversation. Like, you know that you have to do it. It's not what you want to do, but it's what needs to be done. Yeah, see, as I say heart-to-heart conversation, we have woman holding a heart here. And it came out along with third chakra archangel Kamiel here. That's about getting the willpower and the confidence within yourself to actually do it and say what needs to be said. You know, because being all in your heart space is not always, the best with these type of things, right? These kind of situations. Yeah, the temple path is here. It's like you're starting to see things a little bit differently. You're starting to realize, okay, shit ain't what it was cracked up to be, mate. I gotta do what I gotta do. Yeah. Maybe you were very patient for a very long time. But the thing is, now is the time to act. That's what I'm getting. Yeah. And definitely has something to do with about a caring connection. So whether it's romantic or a friend, family member, a job that you've been at for a long time, there's a conversation that needs to be had. Let me know if that resonates at all for any of you. All right. So, wow. When I split the deck of the pink deck, we have in action, it says not taking, as I said, this is a time of action, not taking any steps or making any effort towards a situation or problem, along with heartbroken, deception, lies, forbidden love, heartbreak, deep sorrow, and the grieving process. Maybe you're avoiding having this conversation because you don't want to hurt somebody else, or you don't want to hurt yourself because you don't know what the outcome is going to be. But sometimes we have to, do what's necessary to protect our peace. All right? Again, easier said than done. No judgment here, because the Lord knows, like, I'm going through that same thing now. Especially when it comes to my second job. I'm like, I need to leave here. Like, there's nothing here for me at all. Why am I here? I get anxiety every time I have to go to that fucking store. Yeah, shit, freedom. It just showed up, of course, after I shuffled it, now it's gone. But I saw freedom, yeah. And it's time. It is time to step into your higher self, into your authority. Do what's best for you. As I say that, on the bottom of the deck, authority. And look what's on there again, a crown. Adjusting that crown. There is something about, maybe forgetting your worth or something. This is why I keep picking up on it. You forgot who the fuck you are, and now you have to come back bigger and stronger. Badass motherfucker. Badass motherfucker. Like, that's what I'm getting. Like, people got it twisted, and now you got to come back full force. Like, you know what? Allow me to reintroduce myself. Type shit. The ability to control or influence the actions or decisions of others. Maybe somebody even had authority over you for a period of time, but you're off to new things, baby. This journey, right? Discovering oneself, events or people, embarking on a journey or moving, making change. So now you're realizing you can't stay in those circumstances anymore. Yep. And the thing is, you're going to handle this amicably. You're not seeking revenge. People might try to seek revenge on you. So I am getting a little bit of, like, protect your energy and your space. Desire for revenge, the wish to punish, holding a grudge. So somebody might have a grudge against you, is what I'm picking up on with that. Alright, let's get like 3 to 4 cards from here. And then we're going to tap into the tarot. And then we're going to keep this one a little shorter and sweeter than normal. I don't see this being more than an hour, honestly. But, sometimes Spirit has other ideas and plans, so we shall see. But, yeah. I was about to sneeze and burp at the same time. The burp came out, though. As soon as I saw this card. We have the devil here. Malicious intent, evil purposes, wicked actions leading to or falling into sin. Interesting. And this is why you had to walk away. And, like, even if you look in the back, like, I'm getting, like, people maybe doing, like, dark magic kind of thing, trying to hold you down, or you thought that they would, not realizing how protected you are. Like, you don't have to worry about it, but, always up the ante in terms of protecting your space. Because, look, you have this harvest coming in. You have worked so hard to get to this point. Reaping results, gathering rewards, collecting what has been sown, whether efforts, emotions, or consequences. So you know, at this time. And this is just making me think of the wheat field. If you know, you know. You guys should check out my girl Lati from Tears and Wheat Tarot Show. She's amazing. I hope she pops in. Um, but yeah, the wheat field is, I know that a lot of us are here, right? So, yeah, it's time for that renewal. Hey Nia, how are ya? This is just a collective message at this time, my love. I hope you're well, though. You want to stick around. Um, it says the process of making something stronger, healthier, or more dynamic after a period of decline. So yeah, things were rough. You know, and I'm also getting like for some of you, you also had to release your own toxic traits and behaviors and things like that. So, you know, with this sense of renewal, right, also comes a sense of releasing. So letting go of all the things that, you know, just wasn't really suiting you, whatever that may be. Some look different for different people. But definitely these caring connections that you've had with other people that you've built, that's one of those things. And also maybe some things within yourself, maybe self-doubt. um I did hear substance. Some of you guys might have started getting into some stuff to like numb your pain and things like that, or doing things in excess and getting something like that. um that kind of thing. So yeah, but a change is in the air for those of you who end up resonating with this. Transformation, adaptation, shifting from one state to another. Some of you guys might literally be moving from another state to another. Literally. Because we did see that travel card too. Let's get like 3 more from this deck for the collective. Clearest and most accurate messages for the collective, please, and thank you, Spirit. What else does the collective need to know at this time? Thank you. All right, so we have disharmony here. The mismatch of different perspectives, ideas, or actions. Conflict between people, ideas, and elements. So, yeah. This constant back and forth, push and pull between you and another person or people. Even with maybe within yourself. And realizing, you know, I have to do something to make this better. I have to make some changes. Cutting off loose ends. Yeah, putting in that effort to overcome these obstacles. See that mountain over there? The process of putting in effort to complete a task or reach a goal in order to achieve a desired outcome. Yeah, you can't, you know, you're not going to see any changes or whatever happen in your life if you're not making changes too, right? So if you're staying in the same circumstances or situations or same relationships, whatever, you're not going to see any growth. You're going to kind of stay stagnant. And you will see that decline that we saw them talking about, you know, I just heard slippery slope. Like, yeah, you're gonna hit that decline, and you're gonna be like, oh shit, now I'm at rock bottom. It's like a tower moment / you know, dark night of the soul type shit. So some of you guys might be facing that or have faced it recently. Yeah, but look, it's done. It's over. Whatever this is or was. The act of bringing an event, process, or period to a close, and we saw something about closure earlier. A state of being final with no continuing. I almost said continuity. No continuation or progress. Yeah, no more, you know, moving towards things that no longer serve. And again, I'm definitely getting something about having a hard conversation. You know, whether it's leaving a job or whatever. One of those things you don't necessarily want to do, but you know what needs to be done. Yes, the journey is here again. It's a part of the process for you. But this is going to allow for a lot of acceleration in your life. You're going to see things start to shift and change because you've allowed yourself to say, okay, fuck this. Yeah. You have boomerang here, a repeating process, returning, starting over. You're like, yeah, nope, I'm not doing that anymore. You know, surprise. An event that occurs suddenly and unexpectedly. I'm kind of getting this energy as like you move on from whatever this is. It's gonna be different for everybody, but you know, you put an end to, you know, that boomerang effect, you know, repeating the same cycle over and over and over again. You're like, yeah, no, I'm good. So now you're going to start to see that progression happening. Yeah. You're also going to start to heal because we do have broken heart here. But I'm getting that there's going to be a healing, right? From, you know, the deception and, you know, the lies, the deceit, all the things that, you know, kind of kept you feeling, you know, stuck and confined to your circumstances. Hey, Jay, how are you? Hope you're well. Um, where am I from? I am from the United States, Connecticut in particular. Where are you from? All right, let's get one more from here, Spirit. I think it's two. Nice. So the cards that came out together, we have harmony, which is interesting because we had disharmony first, and now we have harmony here. It says balance and harmony. We talked about balance before. The harmonious working together of different parts, tasks, and people. So being around the right situations and the right people, right? That allow for you to feel that sense of peace within yourself and around you. You know, because you can have peace within yourself, but then all the shit around you is still kind of fucked up. You know, you ever been like in bad work situations where like the vibe is just really, really off, especially if it's like a team and people don't like each other and they don't get along. It's like so much tension. And you're just like, it ain't even your problem, but you're just like, I don't like this. Especially if you're like an empath, right? If you're very sensitive, like you could pick up on that stuff like nothing. Like when I go to work, I can always tell, like, for those of you who know what I do for work at my main job, I work at a school. And I'm an assistant teacher. And when I be like seeing certain classrooms, I could just tell the dynamic is like terrible in there. I'm just like, too many moving parts in that classroom. At least my classroom, there's a lot of peace in there. I love my class. I love the stuff that I've gotten lucky, honestly. Like even my other class that I was in one class for 5.5 years, and now I've been in this class for 2.5 actually. And I've gotten lucky with the staff that I've been around because, like, Lord knows, I'd be like, damn. So some of you guys, you know, maybe some of this is like a workplace kind of thing too. Like you're like, yeah, nah, this is just not what I want to be around. I don't want to be around this shit. And we also have poverty that came out with the harmony part. So some of you guys might have been dealing with like maybe financial problems or something like that. Not all of you. Take the messages as they resonate, but it does say like I said, came out in the reverse with that card. A state of having very little money, resources, or possessions, feeling emotional or material deprivation. So, you know, keep in mind, you know, poverty isn't just about finances. That's what they're trying to, you know, clarify in that. It could just be feeling like, you know, this things lacking in your life in the sense of overall sense of, you know, wellness and happiness and peace. You know, I heard peace be still. I also heard peace be still, which that's like a Medea reference. Some of you guys might like Medea movies. Let me know in the comments if you do. I forgot which one she said that in, but that was funny. Yeah, we have renewal here again on the bottom. And top of the deck we have puppet. Yeah, somebody might have been trying to control you. Remember I said something about like somebody might have tried to have authority over you as you're trying to have authority over your own life. It says to be controlled, to be manipulated, and to be someone in someone else's hands. So there, for some of you, you know, it could have been a situation where somebody was trying to orchestrate things and was playing. Ooh, my ear just started ringing when I said that shit. And the thing is, I think you kind of started becoming aware of it because it's the right ear that's ringing right now. So it's giving more like you kind of already know this. And I did pick up on, you know, the sense of you guys being very intuitive earlier. So it's like maybe you kind of already had a feeling about some of this stuff. And now it's like front and center and you have to actually acknowledge it. That's what I'm kind of getting. Message. And expected or unexpected news, communication and reconciliation. So somebody might try to come in talking to you, maybe somebody who you're trying not to talk to anymore, or maybe again going back to that conversation that needs to be had that will allow for you to be in this, you know, better place once the conversation is, you know, done and over with. It's one of those things where, you know, you're gonna feel uncomfortable. Like all of a sudden I felt like a tickle in my throat, slash like a frog in my throat, like you know, not really wanting to, you know, say what needs to be said, but like gaining the courage to do it. All right, so let's split this deck here. Ooh, see, look. So We have the devil, and we saw the devil before, but in this case, it's in the reverse. So it's definitely that energy of releasing, right? Six of Pentacles. Like, what are you giving your energy to? I think you guys started to realize, I can't keep on giving my energy to whatever the fuck this is, because this shit's fucking lame. And, honoring that. Yeah, readjusting your crown. You're like, you know what? Motherfuckers must have forgot who the hell I am. And you're gonna keep playing in my face and treating me like crap. Fuck that. And again, it could, for some of you, could be friends. It's going to be different for everybody. But this is a time for you to focus on your overall happiness, for sure. And be a little bit selfish if need be, because there are people who want to keep taking from you, and it's like, that's not right. They're depleting your energy. Ooh, I got like a little dizzy when I said that. They all of a sudden went, ooh. Yeah, it's like, I heard threw me for a loop. Like, maybe that's how they make you feel. This energy, like, even maybe you might even feel like physical symptoms when you're around certain people that let you know this energy is off. Let me know if that resonates, because all of a sudden, like, I just felt like loopy out of nowhere. I'm like, where the hell did that come from? I'm fine, but like, and then I guess I heard threw me for a loop, and then my ear started doing some weird thing too. It's not buzz. Sorry, it's not ringing. It's more like a buzz. Buzz. Interesting. So let's do. I'm thinking maybe let's do a 5-card spread. Keep it simple, nothing too crazy. And if the messages are resonating as you guys are watching, let me know in the comments. And if you're new and haven't done so already, hit that truth, clarity. If you haven't done so already, hit that like button, subscribe. I would greatly appreciate that support. Also hit the notification bell so that you know when I'm on, because I do happen to do, free readings on here from time to time. I don't do them often, hence why the notification bell will be important to hit, because it's really whenever, Spirit calls me to do it. Some days I'm like, yeah, I got the energy, and sometimes I'm like, no. Because it does take a lot out of me to do it. When I do them, I'm on here for 3 to 5 hours, and that's just energy I don't have like that most of the time. I work 2 jobs, and I work with kids on top of that. Yeah, no. So I don't always have it in me, but when I do, let's put it this way, for my girls who are here still, let them know that those readings be on point. Or my folks, because there's men too. But yeah, we have the Hanged Man here on the bottom of the deck. So definitely giving this energy of releasing, right? Surrendering. And also seeing things from a new perspective too. You feel more enlightened after some betrayals, after some pain, right? Heartbreak, disappointments with this Ten of Swords. Yeah, you had to cut people off, or you're in the process of doing so if you haven't. And that Queen of Swords, one thing with her, she's been through some shit, okay? And that's why she becomes a little bit more cold and distant. That kind of thing. So let's see. Let's see what the overall energy is for the collective at this time. There's the most accurate message, please. And thank you, Spirit. Ooh, what we got? Let's not spill the whole deck out here now. All right, what we got? So looks like we got, I'm going to take them because it feels like it resonates with what's been said already in this reading. Yes, wow, actually all that energy showed up at different points in time. Hi Robert, how are you? Hope you're doing well as well. So you're going to Atlanta? Cool. And you say you're a Virgo, very cool. Virgos are pretty cool. Very meticulous people you guys are, but very smart, very detail oriented. Some of my favorite people are Virgos, so all right, so we have 4 cards that came out. I usually don't take this many cards at once, but we're gonna rock with it because these cards definitely align with what we've seen throughout the reading so far. The High Priestess, which we were talking about, you guys being very, very intuitive, right? Having that deep inner knowing makes perfect sense. 4 of Swords, which is usually about a sense of like healing and restoration, right? but it also can represent sometimes like fears, so, and anxieties, right? So it kind of puts you in this place of inaction, and we talked about that as well, right? Like intuitively, you know, you're supposed to do something, but you kind of stay stuck in the middle. You say you're from Atlanta. Nice. I'm from Connecticut. I have some family down in Atlanta. We have strength here. We talked about that energy of strength earlier as well. The strength card actually showed up in the first deck that we read from. And we also had this card, victory card, which in this case is the Six of Wands, success and victory. It's like, you know, the overall energy at this time is intuitively, you guys, you know, even after a period of, you know, maybe being on the fence about doing something, whether it's having a conversation or removing yourself from something, you had to get that sense of confidence and strength within yourself. And the thing is, by doing so, you know, this was something that actually led to some good outcomes. Yeah. Seven of Pentacles on the bottom, which is about, you know, you being able to see the fruit of your labor get ready to start coming in, or at least waiting for it to happen, that kind of thing. The Fool, taking a leap of faith into the unknown, doing something different, new beginnings. Yeah. Eight of Wands. This is nice, guys. This is really nice. I like this. Eight of Wands is about fast movement forward. You might also be getting some type of communication coming through. Maybe like in the form of like emails, text messages, phone calls. Something from a distance is what I'm kind of picking up on. All right, tell us more. What is the incoming energy for the, you said the life glitched. What do you mean the life glitched? Explain. I believe you because you know you to be acting weird. Like, are you saying like the reading is it was not doing anything anymore, or did like just the comment section get messed up? Can you still see me? Am I still here? Am I in a fugue-like state? I don't know. All right, what is the incoming energy? Literally went from like speaking to somebody and all of a sudden you just said something happened. What the heck is up with that? Because on my end it's still going, so I don't know. I see Monica, she responded to you, blessings. So do you guys still see me? Let me know in the comments with hearts or some type of reaction, comments. I don't want to be doing this for no reason, you know. Jenna. All right, incoming energy. All right, so, okay, great. So, yeah, it's just YouTube being YouTube. Shocker. Hey, Hachi, how are you? All right, so the cards that came out for the incoming energy. So, okay, I should probably ask what did you guys happen to see last? Did you guys hear like when I was talking about like the successful like things coming in and all that and finding the sense of strength to move forward, blah blah blah, blah all that stuff? Because I could read those cards again if need be. I just want to make sure you guys got the message. So you did get that part. Okay, good. That's good. Good. So that's a good sign. That means that you guys got the gist of what was said prior to these cards coming out. All right. So for the incoming energy, thank you guys for letting me know. Appreciate y'all for holding it down. Let's see. So we have Five of Swords that came out, along with King of Wands here. So one thing I cannot stand when I see this kind of energy come out together. That's somebody who's manipulative and they play a lot of mind games. They like to win at all costs. This is probably a past person. I'm gonna be honest with you. This is somebody who, you know, is kind of full of themselves. They might think that they're like the man, the woman, in this case the man, but you know, the gender is not necessarily the most important. It's about the energy overall. But this could be a very manipulative person, and they're only coming back around because I'm getting like they like that game of chase. Like they might be used to people chasing them. But when they're like, wait a minute, there's something intriguing about it. It's something about, hey, China, how are you? Um, there could be something that's intriguing about the fact, like, wait a minute, they're shooting me down. Nah, now I'm about to spin the block and try to come back around. I am getting possibly romantic partnership. It doesn't have to be, but that's the energy that person's in regardless. Like, yeah, no, I'm not gonna accept no for an answer type shit. I'm gonna just come back around and try to waste this person's time because I see that they're doing well. Yeah, no, thank you. Yeah, see, they have hidden motives here. The moon. The thing is, you have hidden motives all you want. It'll come to light eventually, regardless. Especially when people are intuitive and they know what the hell you're up to. Fuck out of here with that. They're gonna come in trying to give you their baggage. They might have gave you baggage already. Ten of Wands come in with their BS freaking energy. No, thank you. Yeah, this is somebody who already hurt you. I'm not going to hold you. I do feel like this could be a test, especially like with the retrograde, kind of getting ready to come to an end. Those of you who do resonate with this, and if this ends up happening, this could be a test. It could be them, the universe, God, whatever you believe in, your spirit guides, so on and so forth, trying to see, did you learn what you needed to learn in that past lesson? Hopefully you did. Don't let this person back into your energy or your space because they don't have good intentions. They just want to take from you again. Don't allow it. And if this is a past partner, this person also might just be trying to come in for that one thing, and you know what that one thing is. Yeah, no, thank you. Wow, that was a mouthful. And that could have been like that hard conversation that you had to have, or that might be coming up, having to be like blocked. You know what I mean? You're not gonna be letting this energy try to infiltrate what you got going on. Hell to the no. Yes, happy Tuesday to you too, and everybody else, guys. I hope you guys have been having a good week so far. I know it's still a little bit early, but tomorrow's hump day. Might be over that middle point of the week, almost there. Paydays hopefully on Friday for you folks. I have 2 jobs, so I do get paid from one of my jobs on Friday. I'm like, Lord knows I need the money to pay these bills. But yeah. Anywho, let's see what is going on when it comes to the overall challenge for the collective at this time, based on what we're seeing here. What is the challenge? Ooh, 2 cards, 3 cards. Woo! See, this is the thing. I'm telling you, people just want to try to come after what you want. And for some people, it could be like friends. And there's 3 cards that came out. We have the 3 of Cups, and we did pick up on that vibe before. There's 3 of Cups energy for some of you. So we got 2 different narratives mostly going on here. We have a past person, like not a loved one, like a lover. Somebody who you might have dated at some point in time. And we also have a friend for some. So there's 2 different things going on. Take the messages as they resonate. And for some, it could be both. And these are people you love and care about. And that's the shitty part. But having to recognize, when you've overextended too many times and now you have to kind of pull back just a little bit. Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles is somebody who's very generous, right? Very giving of herself. But she's also not assertive, but she's also able to kind of decipher, discern, that's a better word, discern. I'm hearing a lot of different words, so bear with me. But the word I'm really looking for is discern. She's able to also discern, who's worthy of that coin that she has in her hand, that she's like, here you go. She wants to be there for people. She loves people, but you're also realizing that there have been people who took from you, who had you in a place of poverty. You're like, you know what? I can't do that anymore. If I want to get out of that, I don't want to be in that situation anymore. And it doesn't have to be, monetary. It could be just, your overall energy, right? I'm getting like energy vampire vibes. You know, people just love being. This actually came up yesterday in the reading that we did with spirit animal energy. That was actually a really good reading if you guys want to go check that out. Sorry, getting all my words jumbled. That was the first thing I said earlier. I was like, I keep hearing the word jumbled. So even me right now, everything's like feeling jumbled. Um, so, and again, that could be what they're saying, like that communication piece has been part of the challenge. Because again, you love and care about these individuals. You would give them the shirt off of your back. But then they do bullshit like take from you, take. They don't have the best of intentions, and then it's like you have to be like, oh man, now I have to kind of cut you off. My bad, because look, you got this coming in. Ace of Pentacles. All three of those cards came out together. When people see you coming up, that's when they want to try to return. Yep, and it took some time to get here. This wasn't overnight. You had to work diligently and hard at this. Knight of Pentacles. It took time. And I'm also getting that these are people who could possibly have slowed you down already in the process, right? Made things take a little bit longer. You know, we had that inaction card that showed up earlier, which was talking about being at like a standstill, right? Not making any action towards anything new. Why? Because you didn't want to have this hard conversation with these people, and now you either did it already or you're about to, and it's like, oh shit, gotta do what you gotta do. Self-preservation, baby. You can't be staying around people who are taken from you. Carrying connections, as we were talking about before. That's Two of Cups. People that you love and care about. So it could be romantic partnerships. It could be people who are like in your friend group. People who you really felt that you vibed with, and you know, realizing that, you know, they did not always have the best interest. I mean, yeah, look, did I not call it or what? I said something about the Tower card. I was like, this is definitely giving Tower moment vibes. I said it a little while ago. That whole shit had to come crumbling down for you to realize who the fuck these people are and what their real intentions are. And now you're rebuilding, working on yourself. They want to come back, spinning the block because they see you're doing well. Fuck these people, whoever the hell they are. No thank you. Stay where you are. Don't mess with me. Don't mess with mine, okay? Like, I can love you from a distance. I forgive you. We don't have to have no big conversation or nothing. We don't need no closure. You go about your business because that's how you operate. And I don't move that way. I don't move like that. So whether it was like a fake ass friend, fake ass family, cheating ass boyfriend or girlfriend, whatever the case, deception all over this damn reading. No thank you. How can the collective overcome this challenge? And again, if the messages are resonating, let me know in the comments. There's a reason why Spirit drew me to this this deck, because I was like, like the decks I was picking up, I was like, I don't know if it's gonna, like, you know, if it's gonna flow, if it's gonna mesh. But now we're seeing a little bit more. It's gonna be time to look into the truth behind these situations and circumstances in a second. All right, how can the collective overcome this challenge? Thank you. We have Three of Pentacles here. Bottom of the deck we have Knight of Wands. Top we have the Hermit. I see where it's going. And Ten of Cups. So the way that I feel Spirit is saying to overcome this obstacle is by only really engaging with folks who are on the same wavelength as you, that you can partner with and team up with. Because I don't feel like, okay, with the Hermit, that's giving me more like reflection. Taking that time to yourself to just reflect. Look at, you know, I'm getting like soul searching. It's like looking at, you know, how these particular circumstances, situations, relationships, whatever, have impacted you. What did that look like? And being able to say, okay, I've learned X, Y, and Z. I've learned that these are situations or people that I don't want to be around because of this reason, whatever the reasons are. You know, again, you guys all have different things going on, so your lessons might be very, very similar and very, very much different at the same time, right? two things can be true at once. So with that said, I am getting something about partnerships though and teamwork. So it's like, being able to be around the right people who are aligned with what you're passionate about with that Knight of Wands. Um, you know, what are their passions? What are your passions? Being around people who have a similar, mindset and interest as you, who also have like a very, nobody's gonna have the same exact heart as you, right? But, just people who are also, who you can connect with is what I'm getting. Sense of camaraderie, your soul tribe, your soul family, that kind of thing. That's what I'm getting. And just being able to know the difference, right? There are certain people who you can grow with, and there's some people who, you know, I'm getting something like this. I'm seeing this like literally. Like you had the friends that you used to be able to hang out with, like you go drinking, shaking your ass and all that, picking up hoes, whatever. You know what I mean? And then you got the friends that you're about to start, being more acquainted with now, especially those of you who are resonating with this being about friends, who you're going to be able to like vibe with and talk to about deep conversations and about, growth. You might be able to work together like on a project or something versus this, well, all we do is go out and shake our ass or pick up hoes. Like, that's not really friendship, you know? It's giving me like, going from like that young mindset to like you're growing up, you're realizing, the real friends are the people who come with value and you guys meet each other halfway. Not that, you're always, overextending or, there's no real solidarity there, right? I'm getting something like that. Let me know if that resonates. I had friends like that in the past who I don't really talk to like that anymore. Love them to death still, but yeah, there are certain friendships that stand the test of time where, 20 something years later, you're still mad. Who I was just with my girls for one of my girls' 40th birthday on Sunday after I got out of work. That's real love right there because I love to go home and go to sleep and I get out of work. I was like, yep, nope, I got to hang out with my girl for her 40th. So I'm getting like that kind of thing, that kind of vibe, right? Knowing the difference, being around people who really are on your level and that you can grow with and build with. Not it being one-sided, right? Not that energy vampire bullshit. No more of that. We're getting, I mean, I don't know how old you guys are. I'm in my 40s. Like, I don't have time for that shit no more. You know what I mean? Been there, done that. That was my 20s. I barely did anything with anybody in my 30s. I didn't have much of a life because I was like in school and I started working like at the school and stuff. So now I'm like my 40s. I think I want to try to have a little bit more fun. I'm gonna try, but yeah, that involves maybe getting out of the house a little bit. That part's hard. But anywho, all right, enough of my rambling. All right, so what's going on behind the scenes? I mean, we saw a lot of stuff already, but let's get a little bit more of that. Like, what's going on behind the scenes that the collective might not know at this time? Share some most accurate messages, please, spirits. And if you guys are enjoying this reading and resonating, let me know in the comments or with reactions. Hit that like button if you haven't done so. If you're new and haven't done so, hit the subscribe button too and hit that notification bell because you never know when I'm going to do the free readings and stuff. It doesn't happen often, so when it does, I think you want to be a part of that. Just saying. All right, so what's going on behind the scenes is we have the Seven of Pentacles. What I'm picking up on for that is the things that you've poured yourself into, right? You really wholeheartedly was like, yo, I just want to invest in this. Those things, like the fruit of your labor is about to start to come together is what I'm getting. Yeah, and it's going to happen after that Tower. I don't know why I just heard a rose from the concrete or a rose that grew from the concrete. It's like Tupac or whatever. But like, that's what's kind of given. It's like you're gonna. I also just heard a rose is still a rose. Somebody might really like roses or something. Let me know in the comments. But I heard a rose is still a rose. That's Aretha Franklin. So it's like I'm getting something like that. Like, even after that shit falls down, what you've invested in, it will come together. It's not gonna like they're not gonna leave you high and dry. Let's put it that way. You're rebuilding a more stable foundation for what's to come in. So yes, you might not see it with this moon card, right? It's hidden. It's behind the scenes. You don't really know. Hence why we asked, what's going on behind the scenes. And they're letting you guys know. Yeah. Like, you don't have to dwell about the past anymore. The Six of Cups. You don't have to dwell about that. Been there, done that. Upward, onward. You're moving on. And that's a beautiful energy to be in. And I love to see that because, like, you know, I do feel like a little bit of that sadness and that hurt. I feel it. Legit. Like, just feeling like, damn, people really did me like that. People really did me filthy like that. Like, that's some fucked up shit. But, you know, we live and we learn, right? So take what you learned and rebuild on a more stable foundation after that tower falls. Is what I'm getting. Hey, Sunseas, how are you? All right. So, what is the likely? Oops, too many cards. Too many. What is the likely outcome, Spirit? Thank you. Eight of Pentacles. I like it. It's ironic because we just had the Seven of Pentacles, and then following that, now we have the Eight of Pentacles. That is about hard work paying off. And it's also about, like, you know, working on like a craft, or, you know, a skill set, you know, really, you know, building on something, or just working really hard on yourself in general. The Emperor is here on the bottom. So, yeah. It's definitely giving that energy of, I'm even getting for some of you, you know, take it as it resonates. Some of you guys might be your own boss soon. You know what I mean? Like, that could be one of the things that you've been wanting to kind of work on as well. You know, this is about taking charge and authority. We saw that energy pop up earlier. So, let's see what's on the top. Ooh, 10 of Pentacles. Shit. Can I borrow some money? But that looks good. Okay. Yeah, you guys are working on something behind the scenes. Like, yeah, I'm getting kind of this energy too, though. Like, kind of like moving with silence, though, or in silence, I should say. Like, this is more of a time. We didn't get a card about strategy per se, but this is what I'm feeling and picking up on. Like, whatever this is a time for you to keep on working hard at it. Keep on being diligent. It took time to get here, but it will be well worth the investment. I'm also picking up on somebody might be thinking about either going back to school or doing like a continuing education type of course, like either working like on a certification that they already have, or like, because, like, you know, sometimes you have to redo them every so often, like renew it or whatever. Get something like that, or getting some type of certification in something that will allow for you to also, you know, apply it to something that you already currently do, kind of like strengthening your skill set slash, you know, what things look like on your resume. I'm getting something like that. Let me know if that resonates for any of you. But that is what I'm picking up on for somebody. Nice. Yeah, you got options. Seven of Cups. Now, I will say this, you know, when there's too many thoughts going on in there, you know, sometimes you have to kind of narrow it down. That's what I'm picking up on, narrowing it down. You know, I'm getting like, you know, a jack of all trades, a master of none. So this might be a time to kind of master something, and that's what this is giving me. Mastering something in particular. So maybe you might have a lot of different skill sets and interests and things, but maybe this is a time for you to actually narrow it down and invest in that one thing, or maybe even two things. Does that make sense? So that way you can, you know, have a, you know, a niche. You know, when it's too broad, it makes it really, really difficult, especially if you're trying to start a business or something like that. It makes it too hard to be able to, you know, kind of, you know, serve so many people. It's not really possible. You can't spread yourself that thin. So that is what Spirit did say. Again, let me know if that makes sense or resonates. All right, Spirit. So let's get one more card from here, and then we're going to read from the Truth Oracle, and then after that, we'll read from one more deck to close out, and that'll be it. I do hope that these messages have been resonating. Thank you guys for being here and tapping in. And again, if you're new and haven't done so already, hit that like button, subscribe. We greatly appreciate it. Got you. Yeah, and that makes a lot of sense. We did see like the Knight of Wands, which is about going after something with a lot of passion. I was picking up on that, and I'm getting like, you might be able to team up with the right people who are, very very similar in, things that you're interested in, and that could be the thing that helps you narrow it down, right? Sometimes, the people within our community can really help with those kind of things, and vice versa. So help you kind of, set your sights on something that you might have not thought of before, or something like that. That was really, my cat is like really chill. She's like, she's so cute. I love her, my baby. She was so cute when I came home today. She was like, she came right to the door. She wanted me to pick her up, and then she just like clung onto me like for 5 minutes, like right here on my shoulder. I was like, okay, baby, you're scratching my shoulder, bro. I love you too. I missed you too, but she really missed me today. So cute, my baby. All right. Any last message from here, Spirit? Thank you. Let those burdens go, baby. Can't hold on to it no more. You're moving on. Can't hold on to it, but it's also given like, the worst of it is pretty much done for a lot of you. Either it happened already or it's going to happen very soon, I'm getting. But yeah, this feeling so worn out and tired and just like, I can't do this anymore. Yeah, like at your wit's end kind of thing. Lay those burdens down. You do not have to hold on to them anymore. And allow for, whatever you believe in, the Most High, your ancestors, the universe, whatever you believe in, to help you lighten that load a bit, Yeah, as you walk away. Thank you, Spirit. First card that came out from the energy orb. Walking away. Yeah. Do some do some soul searching, right? Taking a little bit of time to yourself, right, to reflect on, the different things that have taken place during this process, and that's okay. Take the time you need, especially when we're talking about, walking away from, romantic partnerships or people who we really, really thought like we have that strong bond with. Walking away from that type of stuff, a job that you've been at for a long time, so on and so forth, whatever the case is for you. Like, it's not an easy task. So, I will also say be proud of yourself for being able to have that strength, because we talked about that sense of strength, right? That it takes to be able to do this. This is not an easy task at all. Yeah. Walking away from the toxicities. The devil is here again, third time in this reading. So it's like 2 times from here and then 1 time actually officially on the spread from another card. That all those toxicities, man, you had to walk away from that. You're not letting the things that kept you bound hold you captive anymore, and that takes strength. So be proud of yourself. I know I am. All right, so we're going to read from the Truth Oracle, and then I'm thinking like maybe 4 cards from here should suffice. And then we're going to read from the Foretell to close out, and that will be the end of the reading. So if you guys want to stick around for a little bit longer, a few more minutes or so, that would be awesome. All right, so we have photograph here. Interesting. Photo, memory, souvenir, and cards. So somebody's definitely still thinking about you, reminiscing. This seems like a little. It's just funny because I just talked about my cat like literally a few seconds ago, right? Pet, dog, cat, and animal friends. Interesting. What I'm picking up from that is like there's somebody who's definitely reminiscing and stuff about you and thinking about you and all that. They might be looking at your pictures and stuff. I will ask, do some of you guys have a pet and maybe your pet didn't like this person? I don't know if that was you have a dog and they like fart. You have a cat, they hide. Don't ever come out when that person comes over or came over or whatever. Let me know if that resonates. That's what just stuck out to me like a sore thumb, because our pets are protectors, and when something seems amiss, they will let us know. Best to believe it. So let me know if that resonates for any of you. That's what I just picked up on there. Not necessarily the case for everybody, but that could be a message for somebody. Could just be like a little indicator, like saying, hey, yeah, that's why. That person's toxic. No, thank you. Yeah, breakup is here on the bottom of the deck. Walking away. So we have this energy of walking away several times now. Separation and end. And keep in mind, breakup doesn't have to only be, a romantic partnership either. It could be, breaking up from, other types of relationships too. We have divine intervention on the top, serendipity, catalyst, and karma. You had to learn maybe some karmic lessons to get to this point, is what I'm kind of getting with that. And we have, single. We are living single. Ooh, in the 90s kind of world. I'm glad I got my girls. Isolation. Remember we talked about, maybe taking some time to be alone for a bit. Independent and alone. After, that ending. And it could very much be romantic for a lot of you. I'm mostly picking up on that for those particular cards. But, yeah. Again, take the messages as they resonate. It's going to be different for everybody. Alright. So let's get, like, maybe 4 cards from here. Excuse me. Oof. That's a hungry burp now. I need to eat. Excuse me. Cats that hide from their own people come to me. That's very telling. That's very telling. Because, like, I've had that same energy too. When I go to people's houses and they're like, oh yeah, my cat's like very aloof. They don't like people. They don't like me. And I'm like, really? That's so weird. And then like I sit and the cat's looking at me and I'm looking at it. Put my hand out. And they look at me very skeptical. They're like, who the fuck is this? And then they come, they smell my hand, and the next thing you know, they're sitting on my lap. Or dogs that bark a lot. Oh, my dog, they bark a lot when people come over that they don't know, blah, blah, blah. And then, like, and I'd be a little bit scared because I'm a little bit scared of dogs, I'm not gonna lie. But, like, I try to calm myself and hopefully calm the dog. And then all of a sudden they're just looking at me like, and then next thing you know, they're like next to my foot, just chilling there. I'm like, please don't bite my foot off. But yeah. And I mean, I think that's what they're trying to get at too. It's like, you have that type of spirit where, you guys, might resonate with the idea that, when you're around animals, and this is very, very similar to what we were talking about last night, animals like being around you. Pay attention to that type of vibe, or what animals do. Like if you have a pet, when somebody comes over and stuff, how do they act? Are they barking? Are they like meowing like crazy? Hissing? Yeah. I don't even say anything. Aww. So cute. Well, I mean, you have like that type of energy anyway, right? Very sweet person. Oh, God. Wait, Spirit is funny. I see what they did there. Look at this. In particular, for those of you who are resonating with the idea of this being about a romantic partnership, this is hilarious. And it doesn't have to be just that, but this is what I'm picking up on. We have miracle here. Dreams come true. Get what you want. But it came out along with reconciles. Like, it will take a fucking miracle for you to reconcile with this person. Repair, cure, understanding, and concession. Like, yeah, no. It will take a fucking miracle for that to ever happen again. And again, it doesn't have to be romantic. It could just, it could be with whoever these people were in general, right? Trash. You know that you have to discard this. Waste, worthless mouse. And what do mice do? All they do is, siphon. They're little, they're rodents, little pests, right? They take scraps and shit like that. Just leave a fucking nasty ass mess behind. Like, that's what this person did. No thank you. Hidden truth. Hidden things, secret, treasure, tip of the iceberg. The truth came to the motherfucking light. Look at how there's that light shining at the top of that card. Shit. I've been hidden before, but then you saw what those true intentions were as you were ascending. Some more light there. And it's given like your light irritates their fucking demons. And that's why they want to try to come back around to level up, promotion, and progress. They hate to see you coming. They hate to see you coming. They hate to see you going. But sucks for them. Sounds like a personal problem. All right, let's see. Let's get like 3 more from here, I think. It's just a surprise. Thank you. Oh, God. Uninvited guest. Surprise, accident, big change, moment of decision. So somebody might be trying to come in with like an I just heard ultimatum, like an ultimatum, or they want to do like a whole like, oh, I need closure. Fuck you. What do you need closure from? You're an asshole. You're a bitch. Like, I don't want you in my life. What don't you understand? Like, that's all the closure you need. Leave me alone. Mystery, unknown, puzzle, illusion, confusing. They Maybe that's what they're going to try to do, come back and try to confuse you with their manipulative mind games that we were talking about earlier, right? They showed up as a or the car that showed up, rather, I should say, was the king, not the king, the what was it, the knight? No, it was the page. No, there were so many cards that came out, my bad. The card that I'm seeing right now was the 5 of swords. It showed up, and I had mentioned they were playing Did that card actually show up in the reading? I mean, it showed up, but yeah, there it goes. I knew I wasn't bugging. Like, I'm like, I know it was here. It was like hiding under stuff, so I couldn't remember which card it was, and I was like, oh yes, it was that one. But yeah, they were manipulative mind games that, win at all costs and get what they want out of you. No, thank you. Like, don't let it happen. Yeah. Rose is here. That's interesting. Didn't I just say something about, wow, that's crazy. I said some of you guys might like roses. Passionate love, thorns, and short. And that rose, it looks like it's growing out of a place where it's not really meant to. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's you guys. Like, you guys, you came up out of that, right? After that big ass tower moment and stuff. Yeah, you came out of it. Wow. 2 more from here, Spirit. Thank you. Yep, breakup. Yep, walking away, separation, and end. It is done. It is finito. Encounter. Meet by chance, love at first sight, and crush. Maybe you're going to meet a different person. It's going to be it's going to seem like it's super random, but it could be divinely orchestrated to happen just like this. You leave one thing behind to welcome in the next new thing. And it could happen, what seems like out of the blue. It might happen in the wintertime for some of you. Interesting. Silence. Remember I said something about moving in silence. I did say that. Keep silent, coercion, and hints. I'm also getting somebody could be manipulative and try to do that. The other message I just got, the person that you're no longer fucking with, they might try to almost set up an encounter to bump into you, like, oh, I didn't think I was going to see you here. And they know that you go to like that grocery store every Thursday around 5 o'clock after work. Like they didn't know that you're going to be there. Or they know that you go to a certain like bar or something on certain days or something like that. Oh, I didn't expect to see you here. I did pick up on that too. So, take the messages as they resonate. But like, wow, you're on the same jogging trail, huh? Get some fucking chloroform and fucking put you in the fucking bushes somewhere. That's not funny. But no, I am getting something though. Be careful. I am getting that too. This person could get a little obsessed or something over you. I'm not trying to scare anybody, but these things are happening more and more lately, and it's pretty scary. You never know what a person's true intentions are, and how whacked out they might be. If they're like a wackadoodle, like, and they were a little bit off, just be cautious. Yeah, confirmation. Yeah, just be cautious of that because, yeah, the guy in the middle. Independent, free, lead, and initiative. Yeah, seizing new opportunities too, right? Whew. One more from here. But yeah, something about that last message. I tried to make a little bit light of it, but yeah, now got a little heavy. I don't like it. Okay, let's get another card out of here. Because I can personally say that, like, I've witnessed firsthand what that feels like on more than one occasion with some crazy exes. One person broke down my door. Another person, my ex-fiance, actually, he came all the way from 45 minutes away, and he knew I used to walk home from work because I worked right around the corner from my house, and it was like, you know, not even a 5-minute walk, and he would hide behind the dumpster, begging to talk to me. Scary. And I told him I was gonna get a restraining order, and then he left me alone. But yeah, very scary. Another ex, he he used to work nearby, and he had like a company truck or whatever. I'm going across the street from my job, same job, to go get some food from a restaurant or whatever. And he stops literally in the middle of the fucking street, gets out of the fucking truck, and gets on his hands and knees and is begging me to talk to him. I'm like, yeah, no. And then I'm freaked out. And thank God there were other people who like were customers and stuff. They saw all this happening. And they're like, yo, leave her alone. She looked like she don't want to talk to you. So when I went back to work, um, it froze alive again. What the hell's happening? That's so weird. So weird. But yeah, like, so crazy. Crazy, 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 crazy. But yeah, so when I went back to my job, I was like, I told my coworker slash like he's like a brother to me. I was like, Kyle, if he comes in here, you're gonna have to tell him he can't come in here anymore. he told him, he was like, this is a long time ago. He was like, yo, bro, you can't come here no more. You gotta leave her alone. She don't want nothing to do with you. And you don't shop here, so like, you gotta go. And it helped. It worked. But then he just started creating fake profiles. So some of you guys might, need to hear that message. I'm not trying to scare you, but somebody might need to hear that. So just be cautious, be aware of your surroundings and things like that. Oh God, here we go. Sorry. It says the unspoken apology, eternal regret. They're going through it. Whoever this person is, they're going through it, and they have a lot of regrets, but tough fucking titty. We have shadow here. The other side coexist and reverse side. Remember I was saying that they might try to like be like lurking and shit like that. This for some reason, like even look at the card, bro. Like look lurking around. It's creepy. I don't like it. Because it's giving shadow work too, but the other part I'm getting is like they might actually like literally like lurk. I don't like it. Yeah, because they see you doing, all these great things, and they want to come back. Yeah, see, ascending is here again. Like they see that you're coming up, and they're like, well, how can I come in and fuck with that, or act like I'm so sorry. And the thing is, they're sorry not because they're actually sorry. What I'm getting is they're sorry because they got caught for all their bullshit. And now they're sorry because life is life and they feel like crap. They're going through all the different karmas that can possibly happen. I'm getting financial problems, car problems, health problems, all the things. They might have got fired or about to get fired from a job. Like I'm getting a whole bunch of shit is happening with them. And they're like, all this stuff started happening once I didn't have the collective in my life anymore. Little tough titty. Sherlock. Yeah, now they're figuring it out, right? You could lead the horse to the water, but you can't make it drink. Now they're realizing, like, okay, let's see what this card says on the bottom. It says, the veils are parting and hidden truths. We had a card that literally said hidden truth on it, are ready to be revealed. This revelation may challenge your current perceptions, but it will ultimately empower you to act from a place of truth. Maybe you had to see things for what it was, too. Yeah. Agreement is here. Given like let's agree to disagree. Yeah, so we're gonna keep it sweet. I think we're gonna just do like 2 parts from here. I think we got a lot of insight already, so just closing it out with some last messages just to kind of put that little cute little bow on it to just wrap it all together and package it up. That's how I like to end my readings. Yeah, you're picking the high road, baby. We got good health here. Your commitment to your wellness is paying off. That's why I said I was getting something about investing in yourself, right? Keep making choices that support your highest well-being. Your health is on the rise. This person could have had you feeling all kinds of, or these people, whatever the case. You know, your health could have been fucked up because of it. Stress, fucking just gaining weight or losing weight, whatever the case, not eating right, not eating at all in some cases. I did pick up earlier on some of you guys might have developed like some habits that you didn't have before, like all kinds of stuff. Like, and you're realizing, yeah, no. You know, you might have really had to lay into this person's ass and say what you needed to say. And you didn't want to do it the way that it had to be done, though. Conflicts are brewing, and the air is heavy with tension. Be mindful of your words and actions, as small sparks can ignite into a greater fire. They might even try to come in, you know, on some bullshit, trying to argue with you because you don't want to hear anything that they have to say. Fuck them. Yeah, you're feeling empowered right now. You know, you're stepping into that. I heard the word magnetic. They're about to start attracting the things that, you know, align with you. Long road ahead, yeah, because you're growing, right? Again, this wasn't easy. You know, this was not a piece of cake, right? You're stepping into or onto a path that may demand more than you are ready to give. This journey is not impossible, but it may test your limits at every turn. I feel like you've already kind of been through this. And now you're about to, you know, you see how it's all shiny up there? You're approaching that now. And it's like, you know, like, I already did this fucking work. Shit. Yeah, we have good weather here. Yeah, wow. Clear skies are on the horizon, exactly, presenting an opportunity to move forward with your plans confidently. The conditions are ripe and the timing is good for your venture. Did it take time to get there? Absolutely. But that's what's going to allow you to really, really feel like this. You waited, right? You get to see it all come together now, right? Isolation. And again, you might have to take some time to yourself. We talked about that before. You've put up walls, but your fortress may be turning into a cage. That's a thing to be careful about. The more you withdraw, the harder it becomes to return. Do you truly want solitude, or are you afraid of what connection might bring? That is a really good question to ask yourself. And I've been on, you know, both ends of that before, where it's like I've isolated myself, telling myself, oh, I'm isolating myself because I'm working on myself and I'm healing. And then I realized, ooh, you rely on that narrative a little too much, and you've convinced yourself of that, but now you're actually afraid of letting people connect with you again and making those, you know, connections with others. I did go through that. In different areas of my life, not just romantically, but also just in general. Like I was just in the house all the time. I'm still in the house a lot even now, but like at least now I'll pop out from time to time. But like before, years I didn't go outside. I didn't even go out for my birthday for like 2 or 3 years straight. Oh God, reconciliation. Fuck out of here with that bullshit. We know that that's not happening, right? But again, they want to try to come back. So they're just giving you that warning. They're like they are going to try to, you know, come back into your space, and you're just going to have to shut that all the way to hell down. No, thank you. One more from here, Spirit, to close out this reading for the collective. I'm going to eat something. Hungry. Let's see. Thank you. How is that for the last fucking card? What? Wow. Fruits of labor. You can't make this up, guys. If you've been here for a little bit, you've heard me talk about this several times. Wow. Like the sun ripening the crops, your efforts have matured into tangible success. Wow, that sounds so beautiful. It is finally time to reap the rewards of all you so patiently and purposefully cultivated. We saw the cultivate card in the other deck with the wheat and everything. I made a joke. I'm like, yo, the wheat field's here from from my other girl's channel, Lati from Tears and Wheat Tarot Show. She calls her peoples the wheat field, and some of them are here. So, but that's so crazy because this is what this card represents. Holy shit! And it again, it didn't happen. That's why they said long road ahead. They're like, it took time. This was not overnight. You worked hard to get here. Healing path. You've been healing, baby. Oh, you guys should be so proud of yourselves. You really should be. Family tree, you are protected. You're, I kept on picking up on ancestors too. I almost did an ancestor reading, but I was like, that might get too heavy, and I don't want to start crying on here tonight. So yeah, because I do it all the fucking time. You guys have seen it. Some of you. I'd be like, oh, come on, not again. So I was like, I don't think I can handle that today. But even this one, I'm like, at the end, I'm like, damn, I got goosebumps and shit. I'm like, damn, this is like heavy in a good way right now. But like, I feel a little bit like a little emotional. I'm like, I'm so happy for you guys that you guys have, been really working on this. And you've been leaving behind all of the bullshit that has helped, not helped you, but held you back, held you down. Wow. Just protect your energy. Yeah, divine intervention is here. Different deck. Hey, Alicia, how are you? Welcome, my love. Divine intervention. And it helps guide the way. It helps lead you into a new direction. So we had divine intervention show up more than once. Damn, what a reading, huh? All right, lovies. um, Alicia, I'm so happy you popped in, but I am about to close out the reading. but if you would like to check it out from the, or anybody else who came a little bit later, if you want to check this out from the beginning, by all means you can in a few minutes once I post this up. But I am so appreciative of all you guys for being here. And my goodness, what a reading. This was a really, really nice one. I didn't know where it was gonna go, to be honest. Like I was like, I let spirit guide me and was like, okay, you're gonna go from here, 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 and I'm like, okay, say less. Don't know what's gonna come up from it, but we got the messages that were necessary to see. And yeah, so again, I love you guys. I really appreciate you. If you're new and you were digging this, wow, I look like alfalfa here with this one little piece like that. Why does it look like that? This damn afro. But anyways, yeah, like I'm just so appreciative, like I said. And if you're new and you haven't done so already, hit that like button, subscribe, be a part of the tribe. We do all different types of readings on here. We do a little bit of love. We do a little bit of, you know, we do literally everything. Channeling ancestors, past life readings, all kind of things. You're gonna laugh, you're gonna cry. We do what's the tea too. Be nosy and shit. Get your popcorn and your drink ready for those, and your smoke. Like, damn, that's really what's going on over there. Shit, hurts to be done, or sucks to be done. But anyway, thank you, Monica, for being here. I appreciate you, love. But yeah, this was a nice reading. So yeah, I would greatly appreciate you guys. Like when I get off of here, I will hope to see that I finally made it to 700 subscribers. I think I was only 3 away. So let's see what happens when I get off of here. If I have any new subscribers, we shall see. But yes, I'll probably pop up again tomorrow. I'm not gonna make any promises, but I might pop in tomorrow, depending how my body feels, because I've been really tired. But yeah. Good night, Alicia. So yeah, that's the reading though, guys. All right, so you guys have a great rest of your night, and keep up the great work, because we see a lot of great stuff in this reading, right? Just don't let people come and fucking with their fucking peace. That's mama talking now. All right, lovies. You guys have a great rest of your night, okay?